Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Raff. I'm at home and I am going to read you a story. This is my first read aloud recording, so let's see how it goes. It's called Help Wanted Must Love Books. The author's name is Janet Summer Johnson and the illustrator is Courtney Dawson. Okay, here we go. The end pages give us a little hint about the story. I see some butterflies and some books, even the gingerbread man, and a chair, and a moon. There are a lot of objects to look at here. Okay, here's the title page. Must Love Books. Here's the dedication to Girlie who knows what she wants and works for it, from JJ, the author. Unlike most kids, Shaylee loved bedtime. She'd shimmy into her PJs, brush her sparkling smile, then raid the bookshelf for the perfect bedtime stories. Her dad would squish into the rocker with her, and they'd read until her eyelids refused to stay open. This arrangement worked perfectly. Dot, dot, dot. Until her dad got a new job. Finally, Shaylee reached her limit. "You're fired," she announced. She put up a job notice first thing the next morning. Help wanted, bedtime storyteller, must love books, apply within. Interviews beginning at 6:30 p.m. And she began interviews shortly before bedtime. Who do you see? I see some fairy tale characters. I wonder how the interview will go. The fierce competition scared off the first three applicants. Do you see who they are? There's the big bad wolf, and he's always scaring the three little pigs. Look at this next group. Do they look familiar? Maybe the seven dwarfs? The next applicant brought along her 7 bodyguards, which was fine until Shaylee offered them snacks. "Don't eat that. It's the Wicked Queen in disguise." Shaylee refused to interview any other applicants that night. Before going to bed, she added a line to her job notice: "Individual applicants only." I wonder why she did that. What do you think? The next night, the first applicant seemed delightful until he ran away with the book. Run, run, as fast as you can. That gingerbread man gets around. And look at the next page. "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I hear the yawn of a tired one." Shaylee refused to come out from under her bed to interview applicant number 2. In the morning, Shaylee changed her sign again. "Human applicants only." At the next interview, Shaylee's ears prickled right up. The applicant could spin tales that kept her on pins and needles. She was just about to offer the job when the woman zonked out mid-sentence. Who do you think that is? Which fairy tale character? The second girl was very particular about where she would sit. This chair is too hard. This chair is too soft. This bed is just right. So she changed her help wanted sign to say, must be able to stay awake past 8 p.m. Shelley had low expectations for the next round, but the first applicant had a very impressive resume. Her voice was musical, she could stay up past midnight, and she was obviously human. Can you see her there? Guess who she is? The two of them had a ball until Shelley noticed the sooty fingerprints all over her favorite book. Oops, there goes Cinderella. The second applicant hooked her right away. His storytelling gave her goosebumps, as did the gunk between his teeth. So now she added solid hygiene skills required to her help wanted notice. Shelley despaired of ever finding a replacement for her dad until one final job seeker showed up. Who's that in the door? He looked kind of familiar, and his voice was just right. Best of all, he smelled like strawberries and chocolate chip cookies, so Shelley offered him the job. On one condition, the sign says, off limits during bedtime stories. Can you see his cell phone and computer and all his books? Do you think she made the right choice of a bedtime story reader? Who reads stories at bedtime in your house? Here's a picture of the author and the illustrator. What other fairy tale characters do you think you would like to have read you a bedtime story? Well, this is my first recording. I hope you enjoyed it. I miss you. Keep reading, and I will see you again soon. Bye.